What's going on, guys? So, I haven't vlogged in a little while. Good Lord. So, I did this dramatic intro because we have a new light. So, I noticed yesterday morning when I got home from work that it was kind of dim in the kitchen. And I noticed it for a little while that it seems kind of dim in here. And then yesterday, I noticed blinking. And it was actually the bulb trying to come back on, so there was an issue with the bulbs. It was the old school, like, halogen type bulbs, or whatever you want to call them. The tube lights. So they gave us a brand new LED unit, so this should make all of the in the kitchen videos look a little bit different. Now, on top of that, I'm pretty sure I mentioned it in the previous vlog, or at least previous in the kitchen. That light right there was burned out. Well, actually, not that light, the light that used to be there. Now, we have a new one. So, let's see here. This would roughly be my lighting for an in the kitchen video. So, I did write to the office and say, hey, I got a bulb out in my kitchen and this other light hasn't worked in a couple weeks. Can you at least come check it out? Now, we thought maybe it was from the rats, like maybe they chewed something up. We pulled it down, put this in place, and it kind of blinked and wouldn't stay on. So, dude opened up the light switch, and turned out, long story short, it was a switch. So, we replaced the switch. So we got two very bright LED lights instead. So now, Miss Shoky can actually do her schoolwork back at the table here, like she wants to do. And I can shoot in the kitchen videos the way I want. Now, I have a project for today. Something I meant to do yesterday, or at least start doing yesterday, but I'm trying to set myself a schedule again. So, I very recently, on Monday, went through a whole bunch of 52 Toys figures. I got up at least through the repaints or remolds. As you can see, many of them are still right there. So those videos are done, those are edited out. Now, I have been working on Gundam kits. So I have a little sortie guy. Right here that's already done. So I'm probably going to get him reviewed, if I can, tonight, if I got time. And I have another one right here that's already panel lined and should be pretty easy to get through, a couple hours or so. Excuse me, I need a beer. Shout out to Eureka Heights. It's a nice low level IPA. So, the project for today, aside from cleaning the mess that is my floor. So when I'm in building mode, I have a bad habit of just plowing through. You know, as you can see, all the empty runners on the floor, along with empty boxes for reviews. Actually, those boxes over there, I need to load back up. I'm not keeping those figures. And I need to put some of this other stuff away. But the main project for today involves some little baggies and a whole lot of Marvel figures. So the Marvel figures are all going away. So I'm going to take them to the comic book store tomorrow if I get this project done. I'm going to bag them all up individually with their accessories, at least to the best of my ability. Because some things I'm probably going to be like, do I have this with the right person? Because I have that little tub right over there. I sorted the other day all the accessories that were for Marvel, all the accessories that were for like Dragon Stars and other. They're all kind of in the same bin. So I went to Walgreens yesterday and picked up several of these. I don't even know how many figures I have. I think in the 40 range. I could be wrong. Maybe almost 50. I have 60 bags. If that doesn't get it, I don't know what will. Now the larger figures like Hulk and Hulkbuster, maybe even Vulture's wings and all that might be a little bit difficult to bag up without taking apart. But yeah, basically I'm just going to bag those up and I'm going to get rid of them. See what they'll give me for them, and maybe I'll message them later. Save myself a slight drive. I mean, I'm still getting rid of them, but I want to know what I'm getting in for. Because I sold a few for like $5 a pop. If I can get $5 a pop for them, that's even better, because, you know, they're usually like $20. So but I'm also worried if they're going to only give me store credit, even though that place has some really cool stuff. So even that store credit might do me some good. So, but I need to get started on that. I got a couple hours at least till Miss Shoky comes home. I took a very short nap and I've just been YouTubing, and I took a shower because it's been so hot lately. I'm sweating more than I need to. And by the way, I love my Funicorn. It's so cool. By the way, I have more stuff from them on the way. But yeah, actually, I have a whole lot of stuff coming. I put in a whole bunch of orders for things that are all seemingly coming at the same time, so that will be pretty cool. I need to get with Nate. I ordered something a while back, and I have no idea when it's coming. So I've got Gundams all over the floor here, some of which are needed for that next review. Actually, you know what? I had the thought. Yeah, no, I'm gonna get these two core Gundam and armors done. Review them together because, I mean, most of the gimmick is exactly the same. So I just won't have that review for next week. I'll just do them together as a thing, and I'll just work through it. But I want to get through all of the versions of the core Gundam that I've got on hand. I'm going to get through those, and then I'm going to start on other projects. But I've really got to blow through this backlog and just get some stuff done. And then I got to clean up all this trash. And I haven't vlogged in a while. Like, it's been more than a week. Oh, so I mentioned it in the last vlog. I actually did it. So my masterpiece shelf is mostly cleared out. I only technically have one that I have not gotten rid of, and that's actually the first one. I think I started with Blue Streak. I started with Blue Streak or Bumblebee, but like literally in the same day, I sold off most of them. So if I can get rid of that one, it'll be good. So what I'll do is probably try to set up the camera for time lapse, so you see me emptying the shelves from one side to the next. Hopefully I can pull that off. I do think I'm going to have to charge my phone though. And I'll find some something audio-wise to put on while I bag and sort. But that'll give me 2 whole shelves to just load up with other things. And I'll be very happy to do that, especially considering my Star Wars shelf is so overflowed. It's kind of nuts. So, time to get to work. There we go. 2 whole empty shelves in a really full box. Obviously, Hulk and Hulkbuster were too big. I was actually really considering holding on to the Iron Man stuff, but it is what it is. But I think what I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to take my Planet X Autobots, just the Autobots, and move them down to that shelf. Leave the Dinobots there, I think. Well, it just depends, because, I have the Decepticons here with Trypticon, and because I'm getting the Omega, I want it on that shelf. So maybe him with those Autobots, and then move the Dinobots down, but then I'm going to move... So I've got this shelf, and this shelf to really mess with. So if I just take... Focus. If I can take half of my Star Wars stuff, like put it up here, it'll be good. Just to start spreading that out, because I'm getting more and more of that. But I mean, I also have the MP shelf up here, so I'm gonna bag up Blue Streak, or box him up, and then Eric is getting Skywarp, and then the Gundam can just go wherever. I don't really care. But that I'll move the Siege, like the Siege. Decepticons, I'll probably move up there, and then I can move Wheeljack up here, and then I'm going to make this another display for my things there, since I have more of those coming. So basically just maneuvering things, as it were. So just trying to make it happen. But I guess, I have this whole other shelf down here. I don't know what I'm going to do with that. I don't know. Just feel like certain things need to move, especially considering that, I redid all the Power Ranger stuff over there. And then as the backlog and everything moves out, I'll have more shelves on that side at some point. But I really want to get the Siege stuff, because I'm going to be getting more Siege and Earthrise things over time. I don't know what just yet, but like I want to get Skylinks. So he needs to go up in there. I need more Decepticons, except for the fact I make most of them like leaders. So I don't know. We'll see what happens there. If nothing else, maybe I'll break them down so some will be Siege and then the rest will be Earthrise. That kind of situation. But I got plenty of room, though I'm gonna need more room for my Flame Toys stuff. So I gotta figure out what to do about that as well. But oh, and I'm going to be getting Scorponok, so at some point I'm going to need space for him. So this whole shelf might turn into a whole different display with Scorponok and everything else like that. So maybe I'll put all my Planet X stuff on one side, and then I'll have everything else in another. So Scorponok is going to need a shelf at least that tall, so I have to pull that out. Maybe that's what I'll do. Maybe I'll plan ahead and do that, but I'll move the Siege stuff up. I'll reorganize the Planet X stuff maybe over to here, because I can have Trypticon fighting Omega on one shelf. That'd be cool. And then I can have Autobots, Decepticons, things like that. I don't know. I kind of like all the Decepticons being together, and then all the Autobots and Dinobots being on their own shelves. I could actually have three, as it stands, 3 shelves of just Planet X stuff. So maybe that's what I'll do. Maybe all the Planet X will move over here. I don't know. I don't know just yet. But like I said, if I get Scorponok, I'm going to need room for him right there. And then, have some other stuff going on with those. But for now, I'm really sweaty. So tomorrow, I'm going to go down to Bedrock, take that down there. The camera's like grody. Take that stuff down to Bedrock. Like I said, hopefully they'll give me a decent amount of money. Even if it's like store credit, I can use it. They have some cool stuff. Figures, comic books, things like that. Model kits. I'll go to the one that I usually go to because they at least know me. Like I said, I think I'll message them first. Make sure that's cool. I just realized Red Ranger, Yellow Ranger, a bunch of fucking Power Rangers have fallen over. Doesn't take much. I think I bumped them with my butt, more than likely. But, like I said, the Legends shelf is getting really crowded, so I'm going to need to break those up a bit. move some of the Autobots off to a different spot. I think what I'll do with that Scorponok and stuff, I think I'll build a like Cybertronian like Decepticon area, and then like take a few more Autobots and things when they come out and put them over there. Or maybe I'll just make it purely Decepticon. Go from there. I'll get like Megatron's throne and stuff like that, and leave this as like an outdoor battle scene. But because I got 3 more Seekers coming, I'll still have some more of the space bridge coming. So what I can do to link the two, so I'll have a space bridge in the background of one and half the space bridge in the background of the other. I think that'd be pretty cool. But that way I can move like the Dinobots. If I get a Trypticon, which I've considered doing, if I get a Trypticon, I can put my Dark Dinos with him. But I'm going to need to do a Beast Wars display eventually as well. So that's a thing that needs to happen. See, because I have Jetfire as a Decepticon, I just need to move all the Autobots up to the top shelf. Just move the Decepticons up one, and that'll take care of that shelf, at least temporarily, until, like I said, unless I get the big bots, so to speak. But that'll give me another shelf that I can work with. Like physically, an actual shelf I can work with. That's the thing. Like with my Star Wars stuff, I think it's about as tight as it's gonna get. But like my Planet X, like the Autobots and Dinobots, they've got like an extra 9 inches, 10 inches of space that they don't need. Only I accommodated for the big bots. And like I said, if I'm getting Omega Supreme later in the year, I'm going to have to make room for him down the line, so at least plan ahead for that. But I think that'll be good. But I don't know what else to do with the rest of my day. It's 4:20 right now. Take a drink. So if you recall, a while back, I needed to do have my review. I'm gonna get these words out. I reviewed the Banshee Norn MG, and it's a huge floppy mess. It's barely standing on its own. So I had an MG stand, I just never built it. So I just threw that together on a live stream just for the hell of it. But then my problem is I didn't have a way to mount the Banshee. I couldn't find any crotch pegs. Now I believe these are 00 crotch pegs, but I could be wrong. I have to pull it out and find out. I believe this is a unicorn crotch peg, and I've been missing that. So it's possible that's what that is. If it is, yay! I'm gonna look at that. It'd be cool. It'd be real cool. I'm trying to think where I can put my Flame Toys, guys, because I like them, and I have Flame Toys Megs coming later in the year too. We've got very, very big expenditures later in the year. But I'm going to be building more of the Flame Toys model kits, so I need to keep them all together in one spot. So, gonna have to figure it out. But like I said, I have a spare shelf. I'll have 2 spare shelves to figure that out with. But I gotta get these Star Wars figures really figured out. I think I'm going to work on something for dioramas down the line. I'm not sure just yet. But I need to remove like the sequel trilogy stuff, get up on its own thing, because we're getting all the middle of the original trilogy stuff now. But room is a mess. I'm glad I got all that bagged up. It felt good to actually get all that done. I like the fact that I pre-organized it, made it nice. So if I could get this new desk in here, I will feel like this room is making progress. And keep checking daily to see if IKEA's got that desk in. Nothing so far. So I still have some 52 toys down here to review. We've got the newest one to review. I still have Ratchet to review, so I'm going to get those done probably next Monday, or if I have time tomorrow, I'll get those done. God, I don't need more model kits. Why was I saying that? Unless it's something really good. I'm also going to break down some of these boxes when I'm done. Because I'm thinking I'm going to display the armors So you've got the flyers for the different armors and stuff like that. I think I'm going to display them when I eventually get to that point. I think I'm going to display them as the 3 or 4 individual core Gundams, and then have all the different armors in their flyer mode. I think that'll be the easiest way to be succinct without having to buy more core Gundams. But I think what I'm going to have to figure out is what displays I'm going to part with. Because I need at least one whole slot. One whole TOF hole to do that. Or I need to get those individual TOF shelves that I saw online. I just don't know if it's worth it. If I could get, what, 3? Yeah, 3 glass shelves, I could put intermediary shelves, and that will double my capacity for at least HGs. And some of those I really need. Like, we got the build fighter shelves here. I need to be able to break all that up. The build diver stuff is just scattered, and there's more and more of that, coming. Bear guys are a mess. 00 stuff is everywhere. IBO stuff needs to be organized. So I think, and the 30-minute missions are just kind of everywhere. There's just random ones all over the place, and like the random just clustering of them is really getting on my nerves. So I think I'm gonna have to pick something that'll get put in storage. Maybe it'll be all the Haros. I think that'd be a good place to start. Like, start with the dumb, useless things. I'm not gonna get rid of the petite guys because those mostly belong to Miss Shoky, so she'd be upset if I did that. Because that's like her whole thing. So no. Some changes this year have to happen. Like I said, I want to get more. I want to do more with 00 displays. And if we're getting into 2nd generation Gundams now, so now I'm going to have Estrella, Pluton, all those all together as a thing. Just basically start redoing my 00 shelves. Oh, the 1.5 will be in that too. So, I don't know. I don't know what to do right now. My brain is tired just from bagging all that stuff up. I think I need to find... because I need to reorganize. So my closet is a mess from digging out the MP boxes. I think I need to go ahead and get the Blue Streak box out. Go ahead and box him up. I'll take down Skywarp. I'll go ahead and take him down. Put him with the Barbatossa's Ghost with Eric. And then that'll just give me that shelf back. And then I can start working on stuff from there. I think that's what I'll do. Like, I'll build on the Jupiter armor tonight, but I think for the next couple hours, because wife probably won't be home till like 5:30, 5:40. Guess it's 1 hour. I can't math, but that'll allow me to clean up the box mess that's happening over there. I can probably get to the Banshee Norm to see if I can apply one of these little stands. Oh, and something that's like strangely important, just this little tiny peg here for other types of stands. I found that. But if I can make some progress with the display today, I will be happy. I need to dust a little bit. I can always adjust shelves here and there. I can't remember. I think the Planet X shelf could technically move up one little thing and give a little more space. So I think that's what I'll do. I think I'll go ahead and organize a little bit more, start moving some Transformer shit around. I do wish Jetfire was a little shorter, not gonna lie. I like that he's a big bot, but he's kind of in the way. Oh, Jeebus. But I like the idea of having some big bots fighting there, and then the next shelf over doing more along that lines. Okay. So maybe I'll go ahead and set up a time lapse of me moving stuff. So while I was in the middle of reorganizing my shelves, Miss Shoky called and needed me to go pick up her meds. So I'm in the HEB drive-thru waiting to get her meds. Not like I was in the middle of something, but so I started moving things and reorganizing the Siege shelf, Siege/Earthrise shelf, when I think I realized, wait a minute, I was supposed to leave this as a big gap because Scorponok comes out this month, beginning of next month. So I think I might go ahead and pre-order it this weekend. I need to see how much my paycheck is. So I need to do that. And then go from there. Because I do want Scorponok. I think he's cool. Excuse me. But yeah. I need to plan that shelf out a little bit. So that'll be Scorponok and then a bunch of stuff on Cybertron. I wish I could display the city bots in their base mode, but like they're just too big, you know? And it's funny that I'm not using them with the Siege/Earthrise things. Yeah, using it with my Legends. So, but I think it'll go pretty well. Oh, I did get, like right as I was going out the door, because post office never knocks, had a box sitting on the door. I should have another box sitting on the door. Is it reflecting off my hand? Yeah, I guess it is. Should have another box sitting at the door when I get home, because supposedly one was supposed to come today via UPS, and I didn't get a chance to grab it. And my new driver comes by significantly later than my old driver did. He either hasn't learned the route well enough yet, or he just sucks. So between another box today, I believe another one tomorrow, I should have a good amount of stuff to do in the kitchen video tomorrow. I don't think it'll be everything. I guess I'll run all of my trackings when I get home. Turn that vent down. So I had to switch hands. I don't have the window mount thing anymore, so. But yeah, now I'm going to be behind a little bit. But I'm thinking that I need to start thinking fourth dimensionally a little bit. Maybe go ahead and move my Planet X stuff so that I'll know where that's going to go. Or maybe I need to move my Star Wars stuff first. I don't know. I have four new empty shelves, and I don't know how to use them exactly yet. So maybe I'll do that. I need to spread out the Star Wars stuff for sure. So maybe I'll do that first, and then that'll give me my height that I need, and I can determine where that's going to go. Because my Planet X stuff, I can maneuver to one spot or the other. I like having opposites. So I like having, okay, here's my Decepticons, here's my Autobots. But with Planet X, there's significantly more Autobots than there are Decepticons. So, you know, it's a thing. You know, I still need to get the Insecticons from them one day. And I don't need Dustosaurus because he's not part of that series at all. And they haven't shown off anything new coming. Like Toy Fairs, all these other things that they normally show off, some prototypes, something, they've got nothing coming. At least not from what I've seen. And they need to do the car bots. You know, Sideswipe, Bumblebee, Cliff Jumper, Jazz. All those. Those are all from those games. They need to do them. They could even do the aerial bots if they wanted to from the first one. They still need to do the Combaticons and give us Bruticus. I think a Planet X size combiner would be badass. They're never going to do it. But who knows. So, it is what it is. But it's my turn to pull up here. I made progress. So, big empty shelf. So that will house Scorponok down the line. Autobots all up here. Decepticons all down here. Oop, knocking stuff over. Star Wars shelves have been expanded. now I've got room on both. I don't know why I'm filming it this way. Then my Planet X shelves. So that's ready for Omega, Dinobots, Autobots, Decepticons. So that's progress. Everything else is still a mess, but it's gotten late enough that I don't care. I don't even know what time it is, and the neighbors are making a lot of noise. It's 8:30, so that's as much work as I want to do. Now, I have 2 shelves. I don't know what I'm going to do with those yet. At the moment, I don't have anywhere for them to go. I think once I have my backlog cleared out a bit more, they'll be good for that shelf down there. But for right now, not much I can do. I did think about dropping down those 2 top shelves, just to give it a little more headroom, but then I have to adjust the strings on that one. Are they? Neighbors are fighting. Great. They got a baby and everything. I don't care. Just don't want to have to call the cops on people. Hopefully it doesn't come to that. But there was a lot of noise just now. I don't know if somebody was chasing somebody or throwing something. I don't know. But I did not tackle the closet yet, so I'm gonna have to do that at some point. I don't know. Just trying to relax. A little bit sweaty. So I'm gonna call it a night for now. Tomorrow, hopefully I get rid of the Marvel Legends, all that shit. I might see, I know they buy Transformers. I wonder if they'll buy this guy. I don't know, just to get rid of him. I mean, I got the box and everything, so maybe. But I'll see you guys later.